Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is many a true nerd, and welcome to Monster Train 2. And I'm really glad to see that this game exists, because I liked the original Monster Train. It was a really cool deck-builder-roguelike thing, where the big gimmick was the game takes place on a train, but the train in this game is a triple-decker, meaning you've got to be managing fights on every floor simultaneously, and it rapidly became delightfully chaotic. And now, we've got a Monster Train 2, which, yes, in the manner of many a good sequel, appears to be much the same, but bigger, better, and more. The setup, by the way, is, yes, apparently, something's gone a bit wonky in heaven in the background there. So as a result, demons and angels have joined forces to go and sort that nonsense out. Which obviously can only be done by driving a demon train straight into heaven and murdering all the monsters who are currently squatting there. The basic structure being very simple. You do a fight, you choose between a selection of upgrades, you do another fight, etc, etc. So, okay, let's just dive on in and get to the murder. So okay, as I was saying a second ago, yes, we're now on a train, but the train is a very cocky tall train. 3 decks, and then a mysterious artifact in the attic. We'll get to that in just a second. What we need to do now is lay out our troops, because in a moment, the enemy are going to pile in, and they're going to come in via the bottom floor. So, let's set up some defenders to meet them. A basic shieldy lad, he'll do the job very nicely. And yes, in this game, order is extraordinarily important. Someone's got to be on the front line, they're going to be the one who takes the hits. So, you get to choose what order your people are set up in. So say, this Magma Mauler, he hits a bit harder than the shieldy lad, and also, every time he hits the enemy, he applies Pyogel, which makes them weaker and weaker over time. So yeah, we want to keep him alive longer. As a result, he's going to go in the back. Unfortunately, there's only so much room per floor, so that's all we could put here. But that's fine, because after the enemy and these guys exchange blows, the enemy will mosey upstairs. They will then fight whatever I set upon at floor 2, while new enemies fight these guys down on floor 1, etc, etc, until any survivors at the end of floor 3 get to go up to the attic and attack the pyre, which has got 80 hit points, and if it dies, that's it, game over, I lose. Though, you may also notice, yes, the pyre will fight back while it's being attacked, so yes, it can afford to take a few knocks, don't worry if a few enemies make it up there. So for the second floor, how about I send out my special Lord unit? So yeah, he hits pretty hard, he's got a fair whack of health, and more importantly, he's very good at setting enemies on fire. So yes, we'll pop you there, but unfortunately for the time being, yes, the shield steward can't fit in there with you. So okay, 1 unit on each floor, that's absolutely fine. So that ends the setup right there. In just a moment, here we go, an enemy comes in, lovely. So now I've got 3 embers, basically action points, and I get to choose what to do next. One option being, yes, getting more units out onto the field if there's room for them. Another option being a spell. So yes, on this occasion I could spend all my AP to give a unit of my choosing Valor 10. So that would boost its power by 10, and on top of that, if it's standing at the front, gain a 10 armor at the end of this turn. So, go on then. I'm going to give that to you, my friend. So, you're going to hit a lot harder. You're going to do a lot more damage to this guy when the turn is resolved in just a second. And on top of that, you'll gain 10 armor when it's done. So as a result of that, yeah, you'll stay standing for a lot longer. So end the turn, toss away those cards. Everyone comes in. He picks up some Pyro Gel. So yes, he's now going to take even more damage going forward. Lovely. And now, as a result, we've still got to finish off that guy, but more enemies are coming in too, so, yeah, as time goes by, things get a bit chaotic. Okay, they've got a tanky lad up front here, and then a very flimsy healer behind him. So in a perfect world, we need to take this healer out. So luckily, I've got the Firestarter spell. It's very weak, but yeah, for taking out flimsy enemies like this, it is absolutely perfect. Unfortunately, yes, there's another 1 hit point unit right here on the second floor. A little collector who, if I take him out this turn, will give me a pile of money, but he is about to naff off, so... okay. My lord does have a special ability I can use once every 3 turns. Phoenix Fire. Does that just hit you at the front, or does it hit everybody? I'm just going to hit... oh, it can hit everybody on the field. Okay, we're going to, yes, waste that on you, my friend. That's fine. And on top of that, we've got lava armor. equipment we can therefore assign to our friends. So, yeah, when they get hit, even more Pyogel gets put on the file. So I'm going to assign that, given I've got 2, to both of my frontline units. Spot on. So, there we go. You come in, take some damage. Down below, you come in, we attack. You're taking tons of flipping Pyogel damage. So, okay, you're going to go down nice and easy on the next round. Beautiful. And yes, at the end of each round, a sort of mini-boss of some description comes in. So this guy's got a lot more cocking health. He's also got a healer, so you need to go down immediately. Luckily, because this is a baby's first tutorial fight, the game is indicating this guy will actually die before he gets to advance, even though he's got loads more health. Because yes, when a boss shows up, he will keep attacking over and over, back and forth, until either we're all dead or he is. So we may as well just toss some Pyogel at him. Lovely. So okay, what's going to happen is he goes forward, but yes, he's taking a Pyogel in revenge from the lava armor, so each time he gets hit by me, he's taking more and more damage, so yes, the damage is just getting higher and higher and higher. There we go, we have won. And yes, that was just baby's first tutorial fight. This game gets chaotic in a hurry. So, bit of money, and we also get to collect new cards to add to the deck, so do quite like Flicker. It's free, does 1 damage to every enemy on that floor, so very good for clearing out weak enemies at the rear. Oh, and here's interesting. So yeah, card I can only use once, but when I do use it, the person who gets played on moves forward, but also gets to ignore damage 2 times. That's pretty good, you know. So right, that done, we now choose which railway branch we're going to go along. I will take, yes, the ability to modify my spells on this occasion, and a banished unit is basically like angelic versus demonic on a Pyreborn. So yeah, we'll go in this direction. Check what you can do, my friend, because some of the upgrades could be, yes, quite frankly, a bit silly. For example, the Power Stone adds a 10 magical power for only 25 gold, which I could add to Flicker, so it goes up from 1 to 11 damage. So a pretty bloody big upgrade. Yeah, I think we'll be having that. And for double stack, making any effect doubled. Hang about. That card we just picked up. Okay, so now I get 4 lots of damage shield. I just ignore damage 4 times in a row. Yeah, you know what? We'll be having that too. Okay, so basically, yes, in this game, as you may have already noticed, ludicrous broken combos are the name of the game, damn it. And on top of that, yeah, I'll take one of my divinities and make it only cost 1, but it gets consumed, so only gets used once per fight. That's not bad at all, so yeah, I will happily take all of that. Lovely. Then we just help ourselves to a new unit, so okay, quite like the Firebrand, because yeah, you've got 30 health, hit for 15, that's pretty solid. And you gain a Valor automatically every time you get hit. I'm going to take the Firebrand, that's pretty good. So yeah, that's all we can do here. So on we go to the next fight. Yes, if you want to, you can make the fight harder in order to get more rewards. But, okay. It's only 75 gold. And it would mean these guys were taking less damage than they would otherwise. You know what, I'm going to turn that off for now, that's fine. At least I'm a bit more confident with my deck. So, right, time to get everything set up here. Let's give my Firebrand a go, right here at the front door, to have my Lord Phoenix right behind her. And then we can have, yes, 1 shield guy and the Magma Chappie on the 2nd floor. And we can't afford the final guy just at the minute. So, right, in you come, lads. Let's see what we've got. So, yeah. Flimsy enemies at the rear. Sorry, did you say flimsy enemies? Oh dear, you appear to be dead. No, you just, like, picked up haste or something. So, right. If you're going to be on the front line, probably for some time, actually, yeah, let's give you lava armor. That's spot on. And also make you a tiny bit weaker. So, as a result of, yes, the Pyogel, which he just took 3 of, because, yeah, Lord Phoenix gives a bonus fire damage to I think just enemies on his floor. Yeah, you're now going to die when this round is resolved. You come in. As a result, you get revenge. He finishes you off. Lovely. And with no one having made it up to floor 2, right, we can finish off this collector without having to worry about it too much. And, yeah, if I want to, I can just make you basically resistant to all forms of damage. And tragically, that's not the right divinity, which is a shame. I'd like to kill you right now. You will not die this turn, unfortunately, because, yeah, we won't even kill this guy. However, if we were to, yes, do Firestarter to you, no, you still wouldn't die. That's a shame. But if I put Valor on you, still not dying, but you will pick up more armor, so that's fine. So, right, we just deal with him. And yeah, you'll come in and try and attack her, but she's got good armor. She's also giving a Pyre Gel over to these guys because of the lava armor, so they're already looking very flimsy. In fact, yeah, they're both going to die this next round. That's absolutely fine. And there's that cheap divinity. So, right, that's going straight to you. Then, yeah, what we should probably do, just in case things get nasty, is set up a final line of defense at the top of the room up here. Yeah, that's all we can do for now. And then Legion showed up, who has got spikes. So, right, every time we attack him, we take damage back. You know what? Give that to you. Because if your damage goes from 33 to 43... still not enough for a kill, unfortunately, but we will do a lot more damage. So, okay. We're being hit by spikes as we attack, but he's being hit by Pyre Gel as he attacks us. So both of us are just, yes, immobilizing the other as we come at each other. So that's absolutely fine. So, yes, if this takes too long, by the way, you can just speed up the game where these exchanges are happening. That's all absolutely fine. So back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Unfortunately, yes, my lord dies. But that's okay, because, yes, on this occasion, he's now so flimsy, he can't get past tier 2. Pop the Firestarter on you to deal with you, my friend. And yeah, thanks to the flipping selfless sacrifice, this guy is very, very secure for a very long amount of time. We'll also just put some more Pyre Gel on you. He can do nothing to me. And we give him a good stab, and off he goes. Beautiful. And I'll tell you what, I'll take a card that gives me, yeah, 10 Pyre Gel on the enemy. And that's pretty good. Then we've got Divinity for another Valor 10. Deal damage to an enemy equal to the damage of the front-to-friendly unit. For 2, that's not really great. Alternatively, a piece of equipment which, yes, if you move, grants a Valor. Go on then, I'll take that because, yes, moving my units around in order to get Valor, that might not be a bad thing at all. So yeah, we'll go this way on this occasion. We get a special random event, and these could be delightful nonsense on occasion. So, okay, what have you got for me today? A weird magical mirror. How am I going to use the mirror? So, copy a card, potentially 5 times. Do I get to choose the cards? I do, and that means I could just copy Divinity, but with the cost reduction, so... oh, go on then, why the cock not? Right, speaking of which, grab a new unit and... a demonic fledgling. You're flimsy, but potentially you could hit really hard, so... oh, you worked really nicely with that blade we just picked up, so okay, welcome aboard. And then on top of that, right, now we can put upgrades on my characters rather than my spells. So for 25 gold, I'm making that Firebrand have 50 health. I mean, that's pretty good, all things considered. You know what? Yes, you're going to be an amazing frontliner. Greater unit with Avarice. So, okay. When a unit with Avarice deals unblocked damage, generates some money. I tell you what, buddy, you can have that, because, yeah, you're going to be in the back just attacking over and over and over again. So, go on then, why not? And sadly, yeah, we can't really afford anything else, though. I could, yeah, pull a card out if I wanted to. I mean, there's no point having the stupid expensive divinity when the good divinities are just so cheap. So, right, you can go. Right, that done, on we go. But, yes, every 3 floors, you do get a boss who's like, you know, a proper boss and a lot cocking nastier. So, okay, number 1, he's got a special ability, which is he can take my frontliners and say, actually, you're at the rear now, which is a problem. And on top of that, yes, he doesn't play by normal rules of deployment. Still, let's try out my new units here. So, you're now upgraded. And yeah, the demonic fledgling behind you. Beautiful. And then on, yeah, the tier above. You up front. And Lord Phoenix behind you. So Lord Phoenix can just keep doing damage. That's all we can do for now. So, right. Normal enemies come in. But so does this guy. So, for now, he's just going to float around and cause trouble on any floor of his choosing. So, those cheap divinities, we're going to start, yeah, tossing those in immediately. So, okay, you're now doing damn good damage. And we may as well use Phoenix's ability right now to, yeah, just hit this guy. Then just, yeah, get more troops out at the top ready to go. Because boss fights could be nasty. So there we go. He comes in, changes my units around. Then we've got, yes, you picking up more valor as you get attacked. So, 24 armor. Okay, so you're basically unkillable. I love it. And then, yeah, you're getting stronger and stronger as you do attacks. What we need, though, is, yeah, one fire starter over here just to kill you. So that's your healing got rid of. I'd like you to have lava armor. I'd like you to have lava armor as well. That would be ideal. So, yeah, that's all absolutely fine. So you're definitely going to die at this point. But, yeah, your tiny buddy will survive. And then, yeah, you're coming in, but you can take this all day, every day. But that guy's now pushed to the front. Got it. This is where things get a bit, nasty. Because there's now a very unguarded chappie up top who's going to be killed by this guy before he can do anything. So, okay. If there's nothing we can do, well, actually, hang on. Can we just kill you now? Because, sure, that's 1 damage. You've already got Pyrgel on you, so you should take bonus damage. There we go. That kills you. These guys down here, right. They're going to do a fair whack of damage to everybody. So, let's give you, yeah, a little bit more hitting power, my friend. So, right, you die, which is unfortunate. We're going to take some damage there, but we're going to take these guys out in return. So, second floor is clear. And so my goblin friend is just alive, but also picks up a ton of armor, which is a positive. So, okay. 2 waves remaining. The boss moves down to the second floor. I do have Flicker, however, which can do a lot of damage to... oh, that'll do. That's a good thing right there. So, okay. What are we going to do to all of you, precisely? Because, honestly, I'm kind of tempted to, one, let's just cause you forward, which is good. And then, we'll just basically, yes, put tons of valor on you. So, okay, basically, I'm very happy that we got those cheap valor cards. Those are hilarious. So, okay. My boss is going to survive, he's also going to put more Pyrgel on everybody for the time being. There is nothing you can do to my Firebrand. My Firebrand is doing amazing work. You're almost dead as well, so that's good. So, okay. Now got more people coming in. You're going to die. You're not. I think the best thing we could do, potentially, would be give you this blade. Right. Then we just use a Just Cause. Then we just use a Just Cause again. Then everyone changes position, which is good. And that's going to do a huge amount of damage to everybody. So, okay. You've now got stupid armor down bottom. That guy on the second floor is dead. Yeah, there's just nothing you can do to the Firebrand. That's amazing work right there. So unfortunately, yes, now you guys are the wrong way round. Yes, he goes up to the top, dies immediately, so that's fine, and we can fix the pyre, that's not a problem. And now it's time for the boss to fight me directly. Luckily, though, thanks to my ridiculously well set up Firebrand, he's not even getting past floor 1. So, okay. Speaking of which, you're coming to the front, my friend. We're not even losing anyone. In a straight-up fight, the Firebrand beats the boss. Right, just to clear the decks, by the way, so you don't die. Then, yeah, put 2 more gel onto you. May as well use the flicker. Lovely. And now, yes, just let things play out, because, oh dear. Looks to me like you, buddy, can't get past my cocking armor. When you do, 132 ahead. Okay, the Firebrand plus cheap valor plus lava armor. That's ludicrous. So, giant pile of money and nicer cards if that's what I want, and a room. Now that's interesting because yes, the starting artifact I happen to pick up on this run is the Manifold Mirror. So as a result of that, yes, if I play a room card which would normally apply a bonus to a single room, it gets applied to every room. So right, when any unit gets Pyogel, it gains even more Pyogel. So, oh yeah, 100% we're having that. That's hilarious. Then on top of that, Divine Dancer gives armor to friendly units every time it moves. Oh, that's pretty tempting. Yeah, you can come along too. Then we get an enhancement. So either more energy and starting energy 2, or more draws, or yeah, more capacity each floor. It's gotta be Heaven's Light so we can get more people on each floor. That's fine. So okay. Now we move forward. And yes, what are we going to do now? Make my champion better. Random event, healing, and trinket. So yeah, that's actual proper artifacts up top. Or free money. No, we're going this way. So give me, yes, the upgrade here. And potentially, oh, anytime a unit gains Pyogel, even more of it. Yes, basically just stack a Pyogel infinitely forever. That sounds hilarious. Then random event, because this could just be absolute cocking nonsense. Right, I found the Fountain of Eternal Not Life or something. So okay. Dominion's looming presence is demanding I obey it. So I can accept Dominion's Eye, which is a card that screws me over by making cards cost more. But it also means, presumably, yes, everything also hits harder. Right, so I've got to take Dominion's Eye, but I could choose an effect if I want to. Spawn a random friendly from my deck, not bad at all. And some melee weakness and spell weakness on strike. Honestly, yes, the idea that I've got to spend bonus energy on everything is just too much to ask for. I'm walking away from that. Instead, just top up the health of my pirate, was already pretty good. And then we could buy an artifact. So, heal my champion fully every turn. Or I could drain the pious health in order to, yes, play cards I can't afford to play. Interesting. Or we could stack more upgrades on a single card. That is very tempting, because the ability to stack ridiculous numbers of upgrades. Oh, go on, we're doing that, yes. And I'll also take a Just a Cause out of my deck, because we've got quite a few of them. Yeah, they're kind of filling up a bit too much space. So, right, that's that done. On we go to the next fight. And by the looks of it, yes, what we're going to be dealing with here is a load of small, flimsy enemies, so we're going to be tossing axes or arrows at me. And then tough guys up front. Got it. Still, what we've got now is a lot more space to put units out. So, Firebrand, you were amazing last time. The problem is I don't have that much energy to actually get these units out on the field. So, yeah. Let's get the Divine Dancer behind you, and then the Demonic Makajibble at the rear. So all of you could sync up together really nicely. Lord Phoenix, you're then guarding the second floor. Spot on. So, here we go. Like I was expecting, flimsy axe chappy at the rear, who's just going to be tossing axes at us, and then something much tougher up front. So, we can take out the axe guy immediately, which is positive. And then, honestly, the best thing we can do is probably, yeah, give you lava armor, give you cheap divinity, spot on, and if we want to, bring you to the front. So right, we just need to keep moving these guys around, because every time they move, they just get stronger and stronger. So right, he comes in for a couple of light attacks, but we're doing a good damage to you, but nowhere near enough. He's got a lot of health, especially when he's running away after one round. So, right, how are we going to resolve this problem? Because officially, you're about to die to all of these guys. And, oh dear. That's not going to be enough to kill you. Let's do... oh, hang on. That's an advance. Okay, so you can come to the front. Everyone gains armor because you just moved. So, okay, well, this is just delightful. Yes, now you don't die, and everyone's much cocky tougher. Oh, and speaking of which, yes, even more divinity. So, you're just taking more and more damage. But yes, unfortunately, oh, you know what? Let's just use a Phoenix Fire on you. That will do some good damage to you, my friend. But yes, you're probably going to make it up to the pyre. So I don't have the units to stop you right now. So, okay. He takes damage. You come in, but cannot penetrate the shield at all, which is good. Now we just start wailing on you. So, right, my front line is fine, holding nicely and getting stronger with every round, which is spot on. And you've already got lava armor, so, okay. Probably wouldn't hurt just to get, yes, you a bit of defense here, my friend. There you go, just to protect all of these guys. Give you lava armor as well, that's fine. And then, yeah, cheap divinity, just to pile that on her. Because with that, she's basically unkillable, though. Gosh darn it, you're about to get away, aren't you? Well, that's a shame, but what can you do, eh? So, right, you come in, take a pyre gel. Everybody takes pyre gel, in fact. That guy dies. You just cannot penetrate these shields. Oh, yeah. Oh, flippin' yeah. That'll do. The problem is enemies aren't getting up top, but they are dying immediately too, so that's not too bad, really. Still, what we definitely want to do is, yes, apply Hellfurnace to literally every room, so everybody's taking a bonus damage. Then give you even more divinity. And then this room, and no, we can't have anything there. You will do... Right, you'll do 8 damage, so we can't put the spear guy in here. He will just straight up die, which is a bit of a shame. Okay. You know what? I'm just going to give you the Wind Blade in case we find a way to move you around next turn or something. But for the time being, yes. That guy is tanking hits very effectively. You are going to find it more and more difficult to break through this person's defenses. So when the boss does show up, the Firebrand can just tank anything, which is delightful. I can stop you, because you're going to do big damage. Honestly, yeah, just deal with these stupid losers. My lord is taking a fair bit of damage here. Yeah, just divinity you up a bit, so you get even more powerful. But yeah, unfortunately, if the boss here gets past room 1, we're going to be in trouble. But I don't think you're going to get past room 1, to be honest. I think, actually, we're fine. Oh, bloody hell, the boss is going to get past room 1. With 180 spare health as well. So, okay. We need you to have more divinity. I need you to stay alive for longer. So just cause you to the front. And then just cause you to the front. That did nothing. Oh, I may have just made an error, actually. So, right, it turns out Firebrand isn't quite as invincible as I was hoping. But, okay. Let's just speed that up a little bit. So, yes. Bare minimum, we are doing lovely work to you. More and more flipping and pyre damage coming in over time. So yeah, the damage is stacking. But unfortunately, yeah, now the Firebrand doesn't get the opportunity to regenerate her armor. Because the fight is just ongoing. So, okay, bare minimum, you guys are like almost dead. Which is very positive in a way. And yes, those guys make it to the top. Damage to the pyre, which is not good. You've made it to floor 2. My lord is... Oh, bloody hell, that's not positive at all. If we'd just drawn a flicker previously, yeah, we probably would have won that round. Simply because... oh, dear. This is no good, though. Actually, that's cocking hilarious. He just killed all my warriors, then I just tossed an ember at him, and apparently that was enough to kill him. I'm doubling down on Pyre Gel. Pyre Gel's keeping me alive right now. So, Pyre Gel 10... and 10 damage to enemy units, presumably everyone on the floor. That is fine. There's also a punk bird, which is delightful. And yes, he basically can just stand at the back, taking up not much space, and as a result... Right, damage is allowed to overflow. It's pretty good, though alternatively... Revenge. So right, triggers when being hit, meaning... tough units can do loads of damage. That is a good bit of equipment, actually. So, yeah, you know what? I'm taking you. You're solid. And we'll take the right-hand path because, 1, that is a random bit of equipment or room or whatnot. So, cheap spells. Not bad. Not bad at all. Gain an energy when a unit dies. That's pretty tempting too, actually. Yeah, we'll have that. Also, yes, mysterious random event. These can be nonsense, so we'll take that too. I've discovered a weird wandering hitchhiker. Though, okay, he's warning me ahead of time if he is cursed or something. So invite Dante. He's Dante the Dependable. What does he do precisely? Hang on. Okay, so he generates the candles, and the candles damage my pyre, but also give a multi-strike to my units because the candles are blight cards, so I'm gonna regret this, but welcome aboard, Dante! And we've also got, yes, the trinket merchant here, so gosh darn it, I can't afford anything. Right, on we go in that case. I feel like I may have just made a series of terrible decisions, so okay. Speaking of which, yes, could gain an extra 150 gold if I accept a giant pile of bonus enemies at the start of the fight. I mean, I do have the ability to clear enemies using, like, you know, the Flicker McGibble, so this is fine. There's going to be enemies spawning on every floor, but, like, you know, there'll be weak enemies. It'll be fine. So, Firebrand, old buddy, you're going up front, obviously, being backed up by, yes, the Divine Dancer. Then get Lord of Phoenix on floor 2. So that is fine. So enemies will now just sort of spawn in. But they're very flimsy enemies, so that's fine. Can you use your special ability right now just to finish off all of these? Did you finish off, like, one? Okay, we can use a Flicker, so you don't take... Why did I just take damage? Right, I think they burst and did corruption damage to me, so oh dear. Right, corruption's a thing. I'm being, like, poisoned. I feel like you need lava armor. That would definitely be a good idea, absolutely. We also need to get you, in a perfect world, some, yeah, valor. Let's just make you untouchable for a bit of time. That will be a-okay. So, right, get rid of that. You're taking that poison damage. You're doing nothing to me for the time being. But okay, the front line also has armor. Okay, bare minimum, we now have some Valor in place. So we can start stacking the Valor on you, which is good. And though I can toss a tiny bit of, yeah, fire damage at this guy, it's nowhere near enough. So we'll give you lava armor. That is fine, a bare minimum. So, okay, this isn't going great so far, I'll admit. You guys looking a bit flimsy. I'm worried about the pyre. The pyre's looking very, very vulnerable right now. So, there's 10 million divinity. Good, 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 good. Right, have all the divinity in the world, though. Why are we sapping? Hang on. We are... Oh. Right. When I play a spell in front of the shield bearer, he saps, meaning I lose attack power. Well, that's no good at all. But yes, we can kill you, bare minimum, with a basic fire starter. You guys just get to go up top, though. Actually, you know what? The shield bearer literally can't do anything to the pyre. So that's actually not too bad, all things considered. And this guy barely does any damage either. Yeah, the real problem's this guy at the rear, unfortunately. So, okay. Keep on keeping on. The pyre's going to take a little bit of damage, but not that much, all things considered. So, oh dear, my lord's dead. That's fine. He'll be back next fight. He's not properly dead or anything. But yes, we're just not breaking through the shield, lads. Okay, activate Hell Furnace, because you're wearing lava armor, and then give you all the divinity in the world. Okay, that's still not enough to kill these guys. That's ridiculous, but whatever. I think the pyre could take this, probably. So, okay, this is, everything's fine. We've got so much armor on the front line. 33 health. That's not much health, is it? Can I actually kill you? I don't think I could get enough troops up there to kill these guys. I could kill you, though. That's positive. So, yeah. You actually hit pretty bloody hard. The rest of these guys... Oh, bloody hell. I need to take out all of these. How are we going to do that? You've got 25 health. So... Okay, you're doing, yeah, 7 of 14, 21, and then 6. So, no. Unfortunately, you would die. But if I could just draw, like, Flicker or something. What's left in my deck, by the way? Not Flicker, though Dragon's Breath is available. Okay, we can use that to clear out those guys when they hit floor 3. That is fine. So, right, in which case, just give you more Divinity. That's going to work out just fine, probably. And then, yeah, use Just Cause to bring you to the front and give everybody armor. And then we'll bring you back to the front later. This is all going to work out just fine, probably. So, right, you come in, attack again, then die 15. It's not very much at all. There's the boss, by the way. Quoto the Absolute, so... okay, the problem is I've kind of got to use Dragon's Breath right here to just kill all these guys, because I don't really think we've got an alternative. So, right, that's you dead. So, for now at least... okay, you will die, but this guy will... oh, bloody hell, there's now nothing I could do. You're going to be down to, like, a few hundred hit points. That's fine and good, etc., etc. So, yeah, we can take out Shield Guy. That's fine. Then the Firebrand is going to stand and fight for quite some time. Absolutely. You've got, like, special reinforced Titan skin armor, don't you? But still, with all of the flipping Pyogel, yeah, we are wearing him down. The point is, even though he's won, he's now very flimsy. Like, really cocking flimsy. Every single thing that hits him does a bonus 48 damage. I might be able to survive this, because I can get a basic shield guy and a spear guy out onto the field. I think that's my best bet, because yes, you're going to die, but you're going to do some damage. Then, it's not enough, is it? No, it's definitely not enough. Just let you hit a tiny bit harder. 113. I mean, you're going to take a bit more damage, I think, right? So, okay. 197. What have I got left? You could take, like, one hit, and that's it. No, I don't think we can. Well, then again, actually, hang on. How hard does he... gosh darn it, the Pie doesn't have enough health to finish him off. We can toss a little bit more damage at you. That's now up to 43. We can give this guy, like, a little bit more hitting power, but no. So he comes in, gets hit in return, which was, you know, very respectable. But then, tragically, he broke my damn train. Still, that's not a bad thing, because of course, this being a roguelike, losing comes with its own advantages too. For example, up to this point, we've just been using the basic Proto Heart Cage, but I just unlocked my first heart variant, so, okay, it has less health and hits less hard, but it would also let me copy cards at the merchant, so, okay, that's a bloody useful ability given we saw how powerful it was to duplicate those cheap already upgraded cards and whatnot. And there's a lot more you could do to modify your deck as well. So for example, yes, you don't need to have this guy as your main champion. If you want to, I could say the Banished are going to be my primary clan, and then I get a Fallen Angel. And if I don't like those fire cards at all, I could say, screw that noise, let's go over to the Lunar Coven. Because yeah, you get to basically blend two types of cards into any one deck. So the Lunar Coven is way more about healing, for example. New features unlock with every new achievement, you get semi-randomized bosses, and cards go bananas, just... yeah, I like this. There's a lot here. What I particularly like is, this is a game that is very happy for you to make catastrophically stupid combos. In fact, if anything, this game kind of bets on it. The bosses are just given such ridiculous health pools that you've got to find the stupid game-breaking combos if you want to stand a chance, and I respect that. I respect this game hugely for just saying, you know what, sure, here's an event that lets you take an incredibly powerful card and then multiply it by 5. Go nuts! Because that worked really bloody well for a while, and just in general, I liked Monster Train, and I like Monster Train 2. This is well worth a look, I'd say. Link in the description below. And okay, if I'm in the mood for a roguelike at some point, do not be surprised if maybe, just maybe, this shows up as a live stream as well. So hopefully you are looking forward to that. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerds, and this has been the delightful Monster Train 2. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
I'm going to be honest, if it's Glasgow on a Saturday night and there's large amounts of violence and screaming and chaos, that's just normal. That's not actually the alien, sorry. But on the other hand, I have a giant flamethrower robot. Would you not like to potentially let me at least try that before pulling the funding and power? No! Okay.